What's up everyone, Scott the TroutHammer here. So I'm sort of answering a request that I've been getting a lot lately is how to properly store tackle. Now I'm going to take advantage of today, this is the weekend video, I'm going to take advantage of making this video today because yesterday my back was just absolutely destroyed. I don't know what happened during the week, but I could barely move yesterday. And then I tried to do some steelhead fishing. Wasn't, a whole lot going on. Here's a few tidbits from that. What's up everyone, Scott the TroutHammer here, and we are back on the Alsea River, and we're going for some steelhead. So we're now fully equipped, and I'm a lot more confident after all the talks I've had with my buddy Jared about what I need for steelhead fishing to get me some more success, and we got some really good conditions also today, because we had a lot of rain during the week. I mean, you guys can see the bank on the other side, how high the water was. That's what it was like when I came here last Sunday, but the water's now down to a very good fishable level. And I mean, we got everything today. Everything that I've been told I need for successful steelhead fishing. We've got spinners, we got spoons, we got bottom jigs, we got top jigs, we got shrimp, we got scent, we got bait, we got nukes, we got knives, we got sharp sticks. So the bottom drift rig, you have your main line tied to what I've got is a sort of like a rolling swivel where it's got the swivel on either end and the snap in the middle. And it's got that barrel that lets us turn so it doesn't tangle as much. And I'm going with a 1/4 ounce weight that has paracord wrapped around it. The reason why I went with that is because the fish have tremendously good hearing. That's one of the reasons why I'm talking as quietly as I am. And so I don't want metal weight to be bumping against the rocks. They can hear it. That paracord actually does dampen the noise pretty well. Going to 12-pound CX Premium and a buoyant soft bead that is pegged about an inch above a egg loop knot octopus hook with some white yarn on it. I'm running this on the 8.5 foot spinning rod. Don't really need a whole lot for this because, as you can see, just going to do that. And now the sun has broken on this area and I am completely exposed on the bank. I gotta find a new spot. Oh, that's sweet. Caught someone's line. Got a free spinner. 2 spinners. Dude. Oh yeah, even if nothing else happens, that makes my day. And what do you know, I just happen to have my spinner spoon box out. Add those to the collection. Made 10 bucks. Didn't get a fish, but did meet some people that'll probably help me catch steelhead sometime in the summer for the summer steelhead, so looking forward to that. Stay tuned for those videos when they come. But yeah, today I am not in any shape to go outside, go fishing, so I'm just going to hang out here and do a video like this today. But before we get into what I'm going to talk about, I'm going to ask you guys, please subscribe to the channel because I am trying to get this channel to grow to 1,000 subscribers, and I need your help to do that. We are so close. We are on the precipice. Last I checked, I was at 920 subscribers. Like I said, I need your guys' help to do that. So if you could please hit the subscribe button down there, notify bell right next to it, so you're going to be the first to see all the great content that's going to come from this channel. Like I said, it's my weekend video, so I got some shout outs to give. Yeah, when you guys subscribe to the channel, if your account setting is on public and I can read your name, I'll give you a shout out on my weekend video. So today I got shout outs for Rick W, Ramen Noodle, Eskimo Mafia 7. Something about an Eskimo Mafia really scares me. Sean M, Ian, Natalia Namenko. I really hope I'm pronouncing this name correctly, Nandab Fumando. And Douglas Dale, thank you all so much for subscribing to the channel. Like I said, I can't do this without you guys. I need your guys' help, your guys' support. So this is my way of saying thank you, giving you guys a shout out on the video that I record on the weekends. If you guys subscribe to the channel and your account setting is on private, I can't read your name, but you guys know who you are. You guys are rock stars, and I thank you just the same. Also, real quick before we get too far into the video, this is the last video I'm recording with the Pex to Pisces name for the channel. I said in the real talk I did at the start of the year saying that, or describing things that are going to change during this year, things that are going to come during this year, that I am changing the channel name to TroutHammer. Good long run with Pex to Pisces name, but that name's pretty much run its usefulness, and the TroutHammer name is the one that's going to carry this channel on going forward. I've got 2 other videos already recorded that I'm going to upload during this week, but this is the last video I'm recording as Pex to Pisces. So long Pex to Pisces. TroutHammer's already been around for a long time. Every video I've recorded on this channel, I've tagged TroutHammer in the tags for the videos, so you'll still be able to find those videos, or if you guys are already subscribed, you know where to go to find them. Yep, you saw me. There you go, guys. That's a fish. There you go, guys. That's unreal! Oh, this is such an awesome looking fish. Oh, yeah! Alright, guys, check that out. So believe it or not, people usually don't take tackle storage very seriously. And that's one of the reasons why I want to make a video like this, and people have been asking for it too, is how to properly store tackle. You gotta treat it like it has value to you because, I mean, this stuff costs a lot of money. And if you don't treat it well, it's going to break. You're going to have to replace it. I'm going to release a video during the week that's going to touch on this also. And I've already recorded a video sort of showing this, but I'm going to go a lot more in depth today. I'm also going to give some reasons why I have my tackle storage set up the way it is and why you guys probably should also. So I'm pretty much just going to go left to right. I'm going to show you guys how I've got everything stored over here and the reasons for it. Obviously, my rods, they're sitting in a rod holder, and I don't have them just piled up in a corner. It's something that, when I see other fishermen just pile their rods in a corner, it breaks my heart. I mean, you do that enough, you're going to damage your guides, you're going to get everything tangled, and it's going to be hard to pull apart when you actually want to go fishing, and then, like, you know, your line's going to tangle up into the handles of the reels, and you're going to ruin your line. You're probably going to break off your line. It's just going to be a big tangled mess. It's going to frustrate you. That's something you don't need, and that's something your rods don't need. Treat your rods with care. Something else about why I have my rods set up there I'll talk about in a little bit, but let's continue on. So the only tackle storage I'm really going to talk about and what I take with me, this is my tackle bag. This is what I take with me everywhere I go fishing. Something I have in here is where I store my hooks, and I've just got my hooks set up like my jig heads and my shaky heads. I got them divided up by size, and then also the same thing with my EWG hooks. I've got them divided up by size of worm hook or flipping hook or just EWG hook. Got them separated by their size so they're easy to find, and it tangles them up a lot less. You find it's pretty surprising how much 1/0 hooks will tangle up with 5/0 hooks. You know, the ease of access also for when I'm bass fishing. Say I want to switch hook size. Well, hey, I need a 2/0 hook. Bam, there it is, can grab one. And something that I have in every single one of these are these rust inhibitor cards. That's something I highly recommend you guys store inside everything that has your metal tackle, your hooks, your lures that have metal tackle, because you don't want these things to rust. And if you guys can't find those rust inhibitor cards, just these silica gel packets that you guys get in anything you order online, like from Amazon, save these things and you can store them in there as well, and that will greatly help extend the longevity of your terminal tackle. I do the same thing with my swivels, my split shots, my weights, all that stuff. Onto this handy 3-shelf plastic cabinet I got. On the top shelf, I've got my hard lures. It's just a various selection of things like tackle storage stuff to help with, like, you know, treble hook covers. I got things like my carp fishing gear that I don't need to take with me every time. Spare hooks, spare swivels, spare split rings. Everything in here that I might need is just like set up in that one spot, separate from everything else. Soft lures are in the second shelf. Keeping everything separate because, and in their bags, because you don't want scents, you don't want colors to blend together, but also anytime I need to replenish what I take in my trays with me, it's all right here. And then speaking of keeping scents separate, I've got all my scents down here separate from all my plastic lures and separate from all my hard lures, because I don't want the scents to mingle with the lures that I have here to ruin those, because a lot of times they have a specific scent attached to them, sort of like the bait mate. You know, because they have their own proprietary scent they have on that. I don't want, say, Procure Kokanee Special to mix in with that and change the scent, and then a bass is going to look at that and go, that's Kokanee scented. And then also Kokanee is going to look at it and go, it's bass scented. But yeah, just keeping the scents and everything, like, you know, all my supplies to cure salmon roe and that stuff, just keeping all that separate also. And you guys have seen these plenty of times. These are my reel holders. These are just the Plano plastic reel spool holders, and they're really handy for putting line on your reels because they have these plastic sort of like gaskets that you could just bring everything through, and it doesn't damage the line as it comes through, and it helps guide it through evenly. And I got them divided up by, you know, class of lines, so monofilament, fluorocarbon, fluoroclear, CX Premium, and CXX, braid, hydrofloat, those lines. And yes, also I keep silica gel packets inside each of these to help reduce moisture. So something I wanted to say with the rods that I'm going to say also with here, because it sort of ties in together, you have no idea how much that right there, sunlight, damages your line. So I've got everything over here sort of like away back in the garage in the shade, and also back here. And the reason why I have them set up over here is because even during the summer, the way the sun rises and sets, it doesn't come through these windows. So my line, my rods, the line that's on the rods, is all going to be protected from the sun. The UV light's going to have a really hard time damaging the lines. This will extend the longevity of your lines, trust me. And then all the tackle trays with all my lures, I got them divided up by class of lures. So I've got a catfish and carp and sturgeon box. I've got my jerk baits here, my plastic swim baits here, panfish, jigs and blades. So like my jig fishing, my big spinners, my chatterbaits, things like that. Plastic worms, plastic creatures, crankbaits, rage tails, and swim baits. Top water over here, I got my salmon steelhead lures in there because that's the little bag I take when I go salmon steelhead fishing. A lot easier to haul around on the riverbank than that big thing there. So here's something I definitely want to talk about, is these types of tackle trays. So it's really handy to have these tackle trays and have a tackle satchel to store your stuff. One of the biggest reasons is because these things float. There's been a lot of times where I've accidentally dropped the tackle tray in the water, and if I didn't have anything else, I would have lost quite a lot of money of lures and quite a lot of patience for fishing in the future. So a lot of these tackle trays are ones that just came with things like that tackle satchel, or the tackle satchel that I did the giveaway for, or that tackle backpack right there. So I didn't really choose a lot of these, but they work great already. I mean, they already have the dividers that you can divide up as you want. Probably the best one I've ever used is this one here that I included 2 in the giveaway. And one of the reasons why I preferred this one is this one, the seal that this one has is terrific. Most of these just have like a single fold over plastic. It's only one defense. This one, it goes up, under, and then around again. It sort of has a double layer defense of moisture getting in, but it still allows moisture to get out. They actually do make ones that have a rubber gasket around the lid that traps all moisture out. Yes, that does trap all moisture out, but it also does trap all moisture in. That's something you don't really want. I mean, like I've already demonstrated with your terminal tackle and having silica gel packs or those rust inhibitor cards inside there. I mean, it defeats the purpose having that rubber gasket. They do make ones also that have holes for ventilation. That helps, but you also run the risk of water getting in, and say you drop it in the water, you have the risk of it filling with water and you losing it. Something really important when you store plastics together is you want to arrange your plastics by scent. So like these are all my Rage Tail plastics. They all have the same proprietary Rage Tail scent to them, so they're not mixing with other scents, and they're not mixing with like something that has a scent for something completely different that will make something that the bass won't recognize. You don't really want to blend scents like that, and also you want to keep them separated by color, except if you know the grade of plastic they use. I know Rage Tail plastics, the colors don't blend together. You know, here's a white pearl craw that's sitting in here with watermelon, red flake, and with chartreuse craws, and it's not taking on it the color from any of those. Same thing in here. I've got red, blue, and green pumpkin craws that the colors aren't blending. So you got to do a little research to know what grade of plastic they use to know if the colors blend together. I mean, a lot of the panfish plastics, I can promise you that the colors will blend together every single time. It's a small, not very strong grade of plastic, except for the trout magnet and crappie magnet lures. Those don't blend together, but everything else you want to separate by color. Otherwise, you'll find a lot of your plastics going from this to just like this muddy, ugly amalgamation of a bunch of different colors. Again, requires a little bit of research, but really isn't hard to find out. Again, actually the biggest reason why I have them separated by color, why I have them separated by scent, is because of just that. I don't have them separated so much by class of lure because I've got different trays for plastics and different types, but they're mostly separated from the type of scent and type of color so they don't mix and screw themselves up. Also, something you want to do if you have a lot of lures that have treble hooks, you know, there are 2 ways you can go about this. One, what I've decided to do, because it's a lot handier and you can get these things online that really are dirt cheap, you can get them in packs of 50, are these treble hook covers. It will save the longevity of your hooks on your lures, especially if you upgrade your hooks like I do, but also makes it so when you have a bunch of them sitting in the same tray, you don't have them tangling together. You just pull them right out, pop the hook covers off, attach it to your rod, fish, and then put the hook covers back on when you go to put it in your tackle tray. Another way you can go about it, a way I used to go about it, is you could just get at the dollar store packs of these like little tiny rubber bands and use those to bind the hooks together It doesn't protect the hooks like these caps will, but it helps keeping them from tangling. So pretty much in a nutshell, if I were to sum this all up in one nice little tight bow of a statement, is don't mix colors, don't mix scents, and don't leave rods and line out to be exposed to the sunlight. And also don't store wet gear. Don't have things that will allow your gear to rust. Don't have plastic trays that have such a good seal like a gasket that it doesn't allow any moisture to get out. Use rust inhibitor cards, use those silica gel packs. If you use a lure and you're going to put it back in your tray, don't just put it in wet, shake it a little bit, blow on it, do something to get the excess moisture off so it doesn't rust itself, and then by contact rust other lures. Because like I said, you do this long enough, you get enough things, you end up spending a lot of money, and you don't want to spend that money again replacing it because you didn't properly store it. So there you guys go. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I know a lot of people have been asking for it, but if you guys did find this video helpful, if you guys learned something, please leave a like on your way out. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below. Let me know your guys' observations. Let me know how you guys store your tackle also. Let's keep this conversation going because I want more people to know this stuff. And if you guys could add on to it, please do so in the comments below. And I welcome the viewers to check the comments below also to figure out those things too. Also down below, I've got in the video description, everything that I use. I've got my gear listed out. I've got even the recording gear listed out, but I also got links to things to help support the channel, links to Instagram, to Facebook, to Patreon, all those goodies. With Patreon, I've got my reward tier set really low because my means are small. Even $1 goes a long way for this channel, and it's an amount that you won't even notice leaves your bank account. You'll also get your name on the credit scroll on the end screen at the end of this video and every video after this. And again, I am trying to get this channel to grow to 1,000 subscribers, and I need your help to do that. So if you could please hit that subscribe button down there, notify bell next to it, so you're going to be the first to see all the great content that's going to come from this channel. And also, giveaways are returning. I need ideas for giveaways, but one of the things that's going to qualify for those giveaways is subscribe, so get on it while you can. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, tips up, tight lines, and have fun fishing.